you've got a long period of that lead guitar. Now, I think it's 4 bars. But like I said, you counted a lot before, but you don't need to know. You could count it all, but as long as you know what to do when you hear those chords, you can sit there, you can make a cup of tea. As long as you can make one in 4 bars. And then the chords come in and you can read. You don't need to count anything beforehand. Do you see what I mean if you use cues? So the more you get to know the song, the better. So we've got the intro, which is the lead guitar. That finishes with a G D. But you say, well, I don't know what the difference between G and D and what he's playing before. Well, there's no chords. So the first chords you hear, first chord strums you hear is the cue for your E chord. Your E chord comes after that. So then what we have is the chorus. And that's Who Are You, which is E, D, A, E, A, E. This is on your notes anyway, but don't worry. That's Who Are You. And then it's Who. Yeah? But then that whole unit repeats 4 times. That's the important. So you can, after you've done it a few times, you don't need to count that anymore. You just feel it. Now the verse, what I want to do with the verse, because we've got just about enough time. This might be really horrible. Right, it's on your sheet, but I'm going to do it on the fingerboard, right? Because it's this theme. One of the themes that we're covering is simple but unfamiliar, right? And I'll give you it's really important. If you did the course with 1, 2, 3, like things like we did Otis Redding, Respect, all that stuff. A lot of that work, and particularly passing by the graveyard, a lot of the work you did on that, and Here We Go Again, the Whitesnake song, a lot of that stuff we did should come into play now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so I need 2 more. So I'll go through this in a bit more detail. I'm just going to tell you where to put your fingers tonight. So you've got 5, 7, right, and 9. Okay. These are your dots on your fingerboard, right? You've got to find the 7th fret here, finger 1 on the 7th fret on the A string, yeah? Finger 1 and the open E string, right? Yeah? And then if those of you that we did it do you remember in Sympathy for the Devil last week? I gave you a shape. Right, it was this. Sympathy for the Devil, when we went to the B, we did it like this with a note, finger 1 there, finger 3 or 4 there, that damped, and then we played the open top strings or something like that. It's something like that. This shape, this little diagonal shape, one gap there, 2 strings. It's exactly the same shape now here on the 7th fret. It's a movable shape, right? And what we're going to do is, this is E on the 7th fret, right? When we drop that finger down to here on the 5th, finger 1 goes to there, that's D on the 7th, of the 5th, and then we drop down to play the A chord open, yeah? And that's the movement. Instead of going E, D, A, we go E, D, A. So it goes like this. It goes. Woke up in a Soho doorway, a policeman knew my name. Yeah? You can go sleep at home tonight if you can get up a bottle. You only have to play 2 notes. It's on your sheet. If you look at the verse, can you see the chord diagrams? You got a chord diagram. I've just put the full shape on. But the full shape looks like this, look. I'll turn it round because you see this shape here. If I do the shape like this, look. You got finger 1 like that. I use finger 4 but you can use finger 3 to whatever you feel comfortable. But on the shape, right, if you notice on your sheet, Oh no, sorry, on your sheet. Right. Does anybody get confused? I'll just double check that, like, sometimes I've put them as chord boxes on your sheet, but I've inadvertently put them as neck diagrams. But it represents the same information. So, can you see here? On your sheet, if this is fret 7, if that's fret 7, right? Now, if I turn the diagram round, this is not ideal, but I apologise. But I have to apologise at least 4 times each session for something. So, can you see finger 1, if I put finger 1 there, this is the 7th fret. And then finger 4 is there, 1 gap, 1 string across. Now, that's played open. Now, the rest of the chord on your sheet is like that. You just use finger 4 for all of it. But all I've said is you don't have to do that. You can just play that if you want to. So can you see how the diagram on your sheet gives you all the information that you want? Because it tells you the fret position. Just exactly as what I've put there. And at the end of the day, that's one route to get you to find the strings on the neck. That's a different route. But it's the same thing you play. And by playing it, it beds in. So... and at the end, it's C, G, back to E. Okay? Now I've showed it you. C, G. Right, it's 10 to 9. I've spent 10 minutes on that. I want you to enjoy. I'd rather you play. So what I'm going to do is take you through the changes in basics changes, yeah? If we're going to do the C form next week, but I want to try and do a small amount of the song every week. And I will either never get anywhere with it because we have to keep going back to the scratch, or we'll do it over 10 weeks. I don't want to do your head in with this song because I want to introduce new ideas. Use that Who Are You sheet if you want to prepare for next week to get used to those changes. But we'll just finish the night off with the basic changes, yeah, so you can hear the song and play around with it. Yeah? We'll do it a couple of times. I'll play through one with you, and then I'll come round and check everything. We've got to do this with you first. So, if you see, can you see? There's the chorus, right? What we're going to do now for the last 10 minutes is the verses go like this, and we'll have to drill it. So it goes. E. I woke up in a Soho doorway. A policeman knew my name. Knew my name. That's by 4. Right? But instead of going back to E, the way it does in the chorus, you go C, G. Right? So, and it does, then it goes back to the beginning. So, and it repeats that 4 times for the verses. So it's interesting. Each progression repeats 4. That progression for the verse, that progression for the chorus, that for the verse. I'm rushing because I want to try and squeeze it in. So we'll spell it out, right? So verses go like this. It goes. I woke up in a D Soho doorway. To A policeman knew, and on knew my name, and on name you go. Knew my name. CG. Yeah. Okay. Go again. So E. I woke. Can't get up there. Oh, okay, I got my nose. So he goes, ready? He goes, E. I woke up in a Soho doorway, a policeman. CG. It goes, it's actually what you want to do is, this is important, this is kind of important because you come out of the chorus into a verse, right? And it starts off on E. I woke up in a Soho doorway, a policeman knew my... Now it's C, like I said, C-G, but you're right at the end of that bar then, and you've got to go with an E there, so you've got to play that E, and you repeat the line. But really what it feels like is this E, it's almost like 3 chords together. and then you got a big long gap to the D, to the A, and then you repeat it again. So it goes C, G, E. So you go like this. So you go E. I woke up in a Soho doorway, a policeman. C, G, E. You go sleep at home tonight, and you can get up and walk away. Stagger back to the underground, and the breeze blew back my hair. I remember throwing punches around and preaching from my chair. Well, who are you? And that's the who are you? Are you? Who? So after 4 lines, it goes back to the verse. Do you want to just do it a couple more times?
So you're not doing the E down E no more?
No, we'll just do it all as basics because you need time to get that together. So goes from the verses. So I woke up in a Soho doorway. Yes, so it's E, E, D, A. So E, 2, 3, 4. I woke up in a Soho doorway, a policeman. C, G, E. Let the dog sleep at home tonight. If you can get up and walk away. Stagger back to the underground, and the breeze blew back my hair. I remember throwing punches around and preaching from my chair. Well, who are you? Are you? Who? Really wanna know? Are you? Who? Tell me, who are you? It's 4 for the chorus. Who? I really wanna know. And then who? Second verse. I took the tube back out of town. Back to C, G, E. I felt a little like a dying clown with a streak of rin tin tin. CGA, down back and I hiccuped and looked back on my busy day. Another 1,000 in a tin pan. God, there's got to be another way. Well, who are you? Are you? I really wanna know. Are you? Who are you? I really wanna know. And then he goes to the middle bit. It's a bit of. I kind of feel bad because I could have done a couple of songs that could have gone blasted through, but Alan, it's a shame Alan's not here because every week I said we'll do it next week, and he was, oh great, who are you? And we never did it, which is why we're doing it this term. And he's missed the first session, but hopefully I will try and upload it as a priority over the weekend.